Good morning, students. So this is your science class 8. So we are discussing about coal and petroleum. So we are discussing about coal and petroleum. Okay. See what happens. So we have discussed here first initially exhaustible and inexhaustible resources, and of course after that we discussed about coal, formation of coal, types of coal, that is coke, coal gas and coal tar. We discussed all the uses and how they are used, okay, in different way fields. And after that petroleum, we discussed petroleum, in which petroleum which are present in petroleum: petrol, diesel, okay, so lubricating oil. Then after petroleum we discussed about what we discussed after petroleum. We discussed about natural gas. Okay, natural gas. In last class we have discussed the CNG, we have discussed compressed natural gas. So these two you have to remember. CNG means compressed natural gas. Compressed natural gas, CNG. Then after this we have another one, black petroleum, which is called as black petroleum. Black petroleum is, sorry, black gold. Black gold is petroleum. Black gold is petroleum. CNG is compressed natural gas. Black gold is petroleum. We have to remember these two. Okay. So CNG is passed through pipes. It is used in various fields. We have discussed all those things. So mainly where it is found in India, Assam, Gujarat, Vadodara. Those pipelines are found there. In some parts of Delhi, some parts of Mumbai, and some other places in India. So these are the things we discussed about compressed natural gas. Okay, it is used as a starting material in preparing different chemicals and fertilizers. The hydrogen obtained from CNG is used in the preparation of number of chemicals and fertilizers. So it can be easily transferred through pipes. Okay, it can be used as a fuel for the transport of vehicles since it is very less polluting. Okay, now in this class we are going to discuss about some part of this topic. So we discussed already. We have not discussed the constituents of petroleum and their uses. So last class we not discussed this. Okay, and after this we'll discuss how some natural sources are limited, and before that we'll discuss the constituents of petroleum and their uses. So I'm going to discuss this constituents of petroleum and their uses. So which are the constituents of petroleum? Okay. So first one is petroleum gas in liquid form, that is LPG. It is LPG. LPG is what? Liquid petroleum gas. You remember this? Liquid. This can also be asked. Petroleum gas. LPG is liquid petroleum gas. ಇದನ್ನ use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Where it is used, you have to know that. No, you have to understand that where it is used, that is LPG is used where liquid petroleum gas is used fuel for home and industry. Fuel for home and industry. Fuel for home and industry. LPG is used as a fuel for home and industry. Okay. So how it is used fuel for home and industry? So the gas you are using in your home, okay, that is the LPG, liquid petroleum gas. Some of the times, most of the times, it is either methane or butane. We use the main components of that is methane or butane. So what are methane, what are butane? Maybe you not knowing now. In 10th class, you can know that. So this is used as a fuel for home and industry. And industry also fuel is needed. Okay, different factories, different industries need the fuel. That fuel is nothing but LPG here. So LPG is used as fuel for both home as well as industries. Okay. So second one I can say petrol. Second one is the petrol. So petrol motor fuel, it is used where? Motor fuel. It can be used as motor fuel. That means bike. It can be used as a fuel in bike. That we can say motor fuel. Aviation fuel. See, this is very much important. Aviation means, so it can be used for air transport also, for helicopter, or if you can say aeroplane. That aviation means the vehicles which are moving through air. For that also this is used for rockets. Not in all the cases, in some of the cases it might be used. That is, it is used also as a aviation fuel, and it is used as a solvent for dry cleaning. This is important. So dry cleaning, you might have seen in cities. There will be the in cities there will be shops, dry cleaning shops. So they use some solvent for dry cleaning. They don't use the cloth, or they don't put the cloth under water and they wash it. They completely make it dry clean. So they use their petrol as one of the solvent in that dry cleaning. So petrol is used as a motor fuel, aviation fuel, solvent for dry cleaning. Solvent, solvent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ತನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಕರಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ, that is solvent. Anything which make the solute to soluble in it. Okay, solute ಅನ್ನು ತನ್ನೊಳಗೆ soluble ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, that means it melts it. Solute ಅನ್ನು ತನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಕರಗಿಸುವಂತ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತದಕ್ಕೆ solvent ಅಂತೀವಿ. For example, if you take sugar water ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ನೀರು ಒಳಗೆ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ವಾಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಶುಗರ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಶುಗರ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಕರಗ್ತದೆ. So here sugar is solute. We call sugar as solute, and water is solvent. So water is called universal solvent because it has the capacity to melt or soluble the all solvents in it. So ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು solute ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ solute ತನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಅದು ಕರಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. That one is water. So that is why it is called as universal solvent. It has the capacity to make the almost all the solutes to soluble in it. So it is called as universal solvent. Okay. So we'll leave that concept. Okay, we'll come here. LPG, petrol over. Third one is kerosene. So where kerosene is used? Kerosene, ಸೀಮೆ ಎಣ್ಣೆ. Okay. Kerosene is used fuel for stoves, lamps, and for jet aircrafts. Fuel for stoves, lamps, and for jet aircrafts. Lamps and for jet aircrafts. Fuel for stoves, lamps, and for jet aircrafts. So it is used as a fuel for stoves. Where it is used? It is used as fuel for stoves. In stoves it is used, in lamps it is used, and for jet aircrafts. Aeroplanes are jet aircrafts. Jet aeroplane ಒಳಗೂ ಕೂಡ kerosene ಅನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ತಾರೆ. Aircraft, which is the fuel used in aircrafts, kerosene, you have to remember. Jet aircrafts are using kerosene as a fuel. You have to understand this. Fourth one, diesel. See, these are available in your textbook. No need to copy it, or if you want to copy it, you can copy. But still, it is available in textbook. You can copy from textbook also. Diesel, fuel for heavy motor vehicles, electric generators. Fuel for heavy motor vehicles, fuel for heavy motor vehicles and electric generators. Fuel for heavy motor vehicles and electric generators. So it is used as a, which one? Diesel. Diesel is used as a fuel for heavy motor vehicles and electric generators. So where it is used? It is used as a heavy motor vehicles. For example, if I say which are heavy motor vehicles? See, car. Where which is used in car? Diesel or petrol? Diesel. Of course, petrol cars are there, but I am talking generally. Maximum cars use diesel. Truck, they use the diesel. Bus, they use the diesel. Okay, which are left? So mainly these are using diesel. So bike, scooty, so these are using petrol. Okay, so jeep, bus, cruiser, you can say then truck. So those all are heavy motor vehicles, we call them. So those are using diesel. So we can say 4 or 6 wheelers. They are using the diesel. So 2 wheelers, except bicycle. Okay, 2 wheelers are using petrol. So 2 wheelers, fuel for home and industry. So petrol is used as a motor fuel there. That is, 2 wheelers are using petrol as a fuel. So fifth one. So what is fifth one? So fifth one is lubricating oil. So this is a new concept, new for you. Lubricating oil is lubrication. So you might have not heard about this. Lubricating is oil is used for lubrication. See, what is lubricating oil? See, this is the oil used for the sustenance of metallic rods or metallic materials. So if ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಾಗ ಜಂಗ್ ಹತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ಮಷಿನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವು ಜಂಗ್ ಹತ್ತಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ or it makes the machines to run smoothly. It helps the machine to run smoothly. Okay, it prevents the machines to getting vanished. That means it prevents the machines to getting damaged. Damage ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗಲಾರ್ದಂಗ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾವೆ ಯಾವು lubricating oils. Okay, these are usually found in big factories or mechanical factories. There we are using this. There are lathe machines, drilling machines are available. So there they are used. So ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡದಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ತುಕ್ಕು ಹಿಡಿಲಾರ್ದಂಗ ಒಂದು ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So that we call it as lubrication. Lubrication ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, so machine ಗಳು ತುಕ್ಕು ಹಿಡಿಲಾರ್ದಂಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? So they one oil is present, so that is lubricating oil. So machine ಗಳು ಹಾಳಾಗಲಾರ್ದಂಗ ಇದು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ. Okay, that is lubricating oil. So I think we have right. So I hope you have written this all. Okay. Next I am going to write here. Okay, I will grab this code. So paraffin wax, ointments, candles, Vaseline. Paraffin wax. Paraffin wax. Where it is used? Ointment, candles, ointment, candles and Vaseline, etc. So ointment, you all know about ointment. Okay, so that ointment candles and Vaseline. This paraffin wax is used in ointment. So ಗಾಯ ಆಗೋದ್ರ ointment ಹಚ್ಚೋದ್ರ ಅಂತಾರ. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ paraffin wax ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಏನು wax ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಏನಂತ ನಾವು ಮೇನ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡದಾಗ ಮೇನ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ wax. ಓಕೆ, so candle is, okay, we call it in Kannada. So candle also uses this paraffin wax. Paraffin wax is present in candle. So paraffin wax is used in candles also. Then paraffin wax is also used in Vaseline also. It is used in Vaseline also. Okay, it is present and it is used in Vaseline also. So that is our sixth one. Sorry, sixth one. Last seventh one is there, bitumen. Okay, this is very much important. So this question will be asked the most of the times. You remember this. This is start. Bitumen paints and road surfacing. See, bitumen is one of the byproducts of petroleum, and it is used in both paints and road surfacing. So road surfacing ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, road ready ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಡಾಂಬರ್ road surface ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಮೇಲೆ. In that road surfacing, this bitumen is used, and paints ಇದು ಮನಿಗೆ ಪೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ paints ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, in that paints also bitumen is used. This is one of the petroleum product. This question will be asked. Name the petroleum product which is used in paints or which is used in road surfacing. You have to write it as bitumen. Okay, bitumen is the petroleum product that is used in paints as well as road surfacing. So these are the things you should remember. So these are the 7 petroleum products. Okay, so these are the 7 petroleum products. You should remember this. So what are these? See, if you can see here, paraffin wax. Sorry, first one we go with LPG. Okay, so first one we are going with LPG. So I think now it is clear. Okay, so first one we are going with LPG, where it is used as a fuel for home as well as industry. Okay, second one petrol. So it is used as a motor fuel, aviation fuel, solvent for dry cleaning. Bike, scooty, so uses petrol as a fuel. So bike, scooty ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಏವಿಯೇಷನ್ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಒಳಗೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಏವಿಯೇಷನ್ ಫ್ಯೂಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ. ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡ್ರೈ ಕ್ಲೀನಿಂಗ್. ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡ್ರೈ ಕ್ಲೀನಿಂಗ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಡ್ರೈ ಕ್ಲೀನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಓಕೆ, ಕೆರೋಸಿನ್. ಸ್ಟೋವ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನ್ಯಾಗ ಅದು ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಜನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಸ್ಟೋವ್ಸ್. Now I don't have guarantee that still some people are using stoves or not, but most of the people are now having, most of the homes are now having the gas. Okay, but if you ask your grandma, grandpa, so earlier times before 10 years there were stoves only. Okay, so in that kerosene was used as a fuel. Okay, lamps and for jet aircrafts. So this might question ask you, they might ask you this question, which is the fuel used in jet aircrafts? You have to write it as kerosene. Okay, kerosene. Jet aircrafts so you use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ kerosene. So diesel is the fuel for heavy motor vehicles and electric generator. Electric generator ಒಳಗೂ diesel ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಜನರೇಟರ್ ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜನರೇಟರ್ ಮಷಿನ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೀಸೆಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಜನರೇಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಹೆವಿ ಮೋಟರ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್, ಬಸ್, ಟ್ರಕ್, ಕ್ರೂಸರ್, ಟೆಂಪೋ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಆಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಡೀಸೆಲ್. ಲುಬ್ರಿಕೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಇದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಲುಬ್ರಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಲಾರ್ದು ಮತ್ತು lubricating oil ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. It is used in lubrication purpose. Paraffin wax, it is used in ointment, candles and Vaseline. This you have to remember. Vaseline, candles, ointment, they all are available in home. ಮನೆಯಾಗ ಇರ್ತಾವ. So in that paraffin wax is present. Okay, ಕಾಣಿಸೋಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹುಡುಕೋತ ಕೂತಿರ್ತೀರಿ. Okay, so in that petroleum product, that is paraffin wax, it is present. Bitumen, this is very much important. In paints and road surfacing, bitumen is used. Okay, that is really very much important. Okay, you have to remember that, you have to understand that which petroleum product is used ante kevtara in paints or road surfacing. You have to remember, write it as bitumen. So after this we'll come to the last concept, why some natural sources are limited. edak natural sources enadavu limited adavu. Okay, so I am going to tell you. See, there are page number 61, it is there. You have studied in the beginning of the chapter that some natural resources are exhaustible like fossil fuels, forests and minerals. So now already study ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. What we have studied? Some fossil fuels like forests. Then fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, they all are exhaustible. Okay, you coal and petroleum or fossil fuel, it required the dead organisms millions of years to get converted into these fuels. Not coal, petroleum ready agಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ millions of years ಬೇಕು. So this is not possible now. So you cannot create these things in lab. So there are two questions in this page: can coal, petroleum and natural gas be prepared in the laboratory from dead organisms? No, it cannot be possible, because we need millions of years for that. It has to happen as naturally, and we need millions of years. Million ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ವರ್ಷ ಕಾಯ್ಕೋತ ಕುಂದಿರಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. We cannot create that one in lab. See, slow process it is. They have given the answer. No, their formation is very slow process, and conditions for their formation cannot be created in laboratory. We cannot create that much amount of temperature and that much amount of pressure that is present inside the sea. Okay, we cannot create it. Okay, come to this side. It required the dead organisms millions of years to get converted to fossil fuels. On the other hand, the known reserves of these will last only a few hundred years. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತದವಲ್ಲ petroleum, these will last only a few hundred years. And again, if you want petroleum and all those things, we have to wait for again millions of years to form it from dead organisms or dead plants, coal or petroleum. So these natural resources are limited. We have to use it in a proper way. We should not waste them. These natural resources should not be wasted. Moreover, burning of these fuels is the major cause of air pollution. Their use is also linked to global warming. See, it is therefore necessary that we use these fuels only when absolutely necessary. See, these fuels, when we burn it, it produces huge amount of gas. That means it produces huge amount of smoke. That means there will be maximum air pollution. So for that purpose, that is the main disadvantage. Okay, we have to consider. Due to this, global warming happens. Global warming happens because of large amount of carbon production in the environment. So when you burn these fossil fuels like coal and petroleum, of course carbon is produced, and it increases the global warming. Okay, it is therefore necessary to use the fuels only when absolutely necessary. This will result it's better environment, smaller risk of global warming, their availability for a longer period of time. So ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, if you use them properly whenever there is a necessary, then ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ವಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಏರ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಯೂಸ್ ದೆಮ್ ಲೆಸ್, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಲಾಂಗರ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್, ಭಾಳ ದಿನ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಕೋ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ. ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇಕೋ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, in India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Association advises people how to save petrol and diesel while driving. Their tips are, ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಅದ, we call it as PCRA. PCRA ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಮಿಟಿ ಅದ. So Petroleum Conservation Research Association. Petroleum Chemical Research Association. Petroleum Chemical Research Association ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅದ. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೆ. They have given some advices to save petrol and diesel. What are these? First, drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. So while driving the bike or while driving the car, you have to drive. No, I think you cannot drive. You don't have a license of 18 years. Those who are driving, I am telling, those who are driving, they have to drive at moderate and constant speed so that petrol is saved. Okay, if you drive the bike or car at normal speed or moderate speed, then there is a saving of petrol. Okay, then switch off the engine at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. See, somewhere you have to wait. That time what people do is they keep the engine on only and they wait. So there will be complete waste of petrol. Okay, there will be waste. If car is there, there will be waste of diesel. So rather than that, if you want to wait, then you have to switch off the engine so that the petrol can be saved. Ensure correct tire pressure. So you have, when you are driving, when you means the people who are driving, when they want to drive, they have to ensure that the tire pressure must be constant. If the tire pressure is very much less, it will consume more petrol. So that is why it is difficult. So if the tire pressure is normal, then they have to continue with their traveling. Ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. See, the maintenance of the vehicles is must. They have to be serviced at every time. Okay, they have to be serviced at proper time. Then it uses proper petrol. Otherwise, it will take the maximum petrol or diesel. Okay, so these are the concepts we learned in this chapter, coal and petroleum. So here the chapter is finished. So not too much marks will come, but some marks will definitely come around about, we can say 4 to 5 or 5 to 6 marks. 4 minimum marks will come from this chapter. 4 to 5 or 5 to 6 marks will come. So you have to solve all the exercise of this chapter that we will discuss in the next class. We will discuss the exercise of this chapter in the next class. I hope you all have to attend that class and all solve the exercise in the fair book and send to my WhatsApp number. So we will discuss the exercise in this class. So this in the next class. So this part that is finished means your chapter, that is coal and petroleum, is finished. So we are done with fourth chapter, metals and non-metals, and fifth chapter, coal and petroleum. And in the next class we will see the exercise of this chapter, and after that class 2 chapters will be completely finished. Okay, we'll see in the next class.